you all. Good evening, Manvi. Good evening, Ravi. Good to see you guys back. Okay. Yes, Deepak. Okay. So, first of all, the first very basic thing that I want to ask you is, according to you, what do you feel? What is the difference between reasoning and mathematics in arithmetic code? Basically, the questions which are asked, 80 to 90% questions are which are asked from your in your examination are from the arithmetic section. Correct. So, what do you feel? What may be the difference, or what is the difference between mathematics and reasoning section? Okay, my audio is not clear. Okay, just check it once whether my voice is clear or not. Just check it once, everyone. Okay. Please, everyone, do reply. Is my voice clear? Deepak, please check it on your. Okay, now just check it. It's clear now. Okay. Okay. So please, can I hear your answer? What is the difference? The question was, what is the difference between reasoning and mathematics? See, the point is, as reasoning, this subject is not there in any academics, correct? Even if you are taught, you are able to understand the subject. But what about mathematics? Mathematics, it's all about, even if you are taught in your academics, then also it creates problem for you when you study them later, right? Is that correct? Even if you are see, many of you might be from mathematics background, and many of you would not be of the same background, but still, those who are from the math background may or may not have problem. Okay. Okay. So how many of you are from mathematics background? How many of you have studied maths till 12th? Okay, no problem. Very good. Okay. So first of all, we will discuss about a little bit about syllabus. What is the syllabus? There are topics which we have to cover from mathematics section for CSAT. The topics are: number one, it's percentage that we are going to start today. Second is ratio. Third is average. Fourth is profit loss and discount. Fifth is time, work, and wages. Sixth is time, speed, and distance. Seventh is partnership. Problem on ages topic will be covered both. The problem on ages questions are based on the concept of ratio and average. We will cover both type in this topic individually. Problem on ages. Okay. Then it's come. And the very most important topic is data interpretation. Okay. Data interpretation. Here. Okay. Next topic is okay. To have good command on data interpretation, these three topics are very important. So you have to be very thorough and basic should be very good and clear for solving data interpretation questions. Next is probability. Tenth is permutation and combination. Another topic is number system. And one more topic we have on Excel and application. And some basic of algebra. So in total we have 13 topics which are to be covered. Okay. Yes. 10th topic is permutation and combination. PNC. Permutation and combination. So these are 12 to 13 topics that are to be covered for your syllabus. Out of this, the very most important topics 12th है Firoz, mixture and alligation. Mixture and alligation, it's not any topic, it's just a technique to solve few different types of problems. Mixture and alligation. Mixture part, I will teach this part in ratio because mixture is completely dependent on ratio. Okay, and alligation, it's a technique, and I will use this technique or because alligation method is very easy. But it makes very difficult and lengthy questions tricky. Difficult and lengthy questions easy by providing us a trick. Okay, so alligation will be used throughout in many different topics, and out of these topics, the topics which you have to focus on are percentage, ratio, average, and with the help of these three topics, DI is a very important part for exam because almost out of 30 marks, if you ask me, in total if there are 80 questions and 27 questions are asked in mathematics part, so at least 5 to 6 questions will be from data interpretation. Okay, and percentage is also one of the important topics because you may see 2 to 3 questions from percentage only. Okay, 3 to 4 questions from this topic, 1 question or 2 questions on time distance, 1 from this, partnership 1 question, profit and loss and discount 2 questions, ratio and average total 2 to 3. So this is from probability 1, combination 1, 3 questions from number system. If you count them 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 14, 17, 20, around 20 questions we have seen and 1 or 2 questions from here and there also. Okay, so is that clear what we have to study, what are topics that are to be covered for your syllabus? Is that clear to all? Okay, so now we will proceed with, okay, and see, I will start with the very basic. Okay, so if you are good at basics, then just have some patience because see, I will start with the very basic. I will take into consideration that you are very new to mathematics. Okay, so I will start with the zero level. What is the meaning of percentage? Can anyone tell me? Simple and mathematical form. What is the meaning of percentage? Percentage means simply dividing a number by 100. Dividing a number by 100. Simple. Okay, dividing a number by 100. Is that clear? Okay. First, we will go to some basic part. Okay, and then we will come back. See. Is the screen clear to all? Is it visible whatever is written on the screen? Now see, we will start with the zero level. If the value of A is equals to 100, and if I am asked to find 10% of A, see how we express this equation in mathematical form. 10. Okay. See, first, if a number is expressed in integer form.
सर
Yes.
तो आपकी वॉइस में ना मतलब ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे काफी दूर होके बोल रहे हो, मतलब ठीक से ना मतलब आ नहीं रही आवाज।
Okay.
या तो ये माइक के साथ कोई इशू है या
रिपीटेडली हो रहा है क्या ये चीज?
सर नहीं, बीच बीच में हो जाता है, वैसे ठीक आ रही है आवाज, आवाज क्लियर है एकदम, बीच बीच में कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है काफी दूर से बोल रहे हो, जैसे रूम में आवाज गूंजती है ना एक तरीके से, वैसे।
ओके ओके, तो ठीक है, अभी वापस से अगर सेम चीज रिपीट हो तो फिर मुझे रिमाइंड करना, फिर मैं एक बार टेक्निकल टीम को बोल दूंगा। ठीक है, अभी करेक्ट करना, अभी तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। ठीक है, अभी कोई इशू हो तो प्लीज मुझे रिमाइंड कर देना, हल किया। ठीक है, ओके। If a number is expressed in integer form, okay, and I have to convert it into percentage. So what we will do? If a number is expressed in integer form and to convert into percentage, तो क्या करेंगे? जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल 1 है, ठीक है, 1 एक क्या आपका इंटीजर है, इसको आपको अगर परसेंटेज में कन्वर्ट करना होगा तो क्या करेंगे हम लोग? Into 100, so it will become 100%. Okay, if a number is expressed in integer form and to convert it into percentage, तो वहां पर क्या करोगे आप लोग? मल्टीप्लाई बाय 100। अगर कोई भी नंबर is expressed in percentage, if a number is expressed in percentage, then converting it into a integer, what we will do in this case? We will divide it by 100. We will divide it by 100. Is these 2 points clear? Is these 2 points clear to all? Okay. If you want, you can note it down somewhere in the corner. If you want, you can note it down in somewhere in the corner. Okay. Okay. Now let us see the question which is written here. See, these are very basic things. Okay, if value of A is equal to 600, okay, and then we are asked to find out, first question, 10% of A. How we will convert this into equation form? See, 10 percentage is, if percentage is written, what we will do that we will divide this by 100, because what is the meaning of percentage? Dividing any number by 100. So if somewhere percentage is written, remove that percentage and divide that particular number by 100. Of means multiplication, multiply it by 100. So what it will come? It will be equals to 60. Similarly, second part, 15% of A. So percent means divide by 100, of means multiplication into A, value of A is 600. Similarly, third one, 200% of A means 200, remove percentage, divide it by 100, into value of A is 600. is equals to 12. Is that clear? Is that clear? We will start with very basic level 0 to moderate, and we'll touch little bit harder part. Okay. It's 1200. Yes, Disha, it's 1200. If anybody has any kind of doubt, you can stop me and ask there itself. Okay. Now see this. Now we are given two values. Value of A is 200 and value of B is 500. Okay. Now read the question. Then find A is what percentage of B. Okay. First of all, what they are saying is they are comparing the value of A with the value of B. Okay. They are comparing the value of A with the value of B. Remember one thing, if anything is compared with something, then that particular comparing quantity is written in the denominator. Where it is written? It is written in the denominator. For example, I am comparing the value of A with B. So A is getting compared. It is getting compared with what? It is getting compared with B, right? And this time they are asking me what percentage. Means they have given me the data in the integer format and they are asking me in the percentage format. So if I want to find out it in percentage format, what I need to do is I am converting the integer into percentage part. So what I will do, I will multiply by 100. Is that clear? Is that clear to all? A is getting compared with B. So the quantity which is getting compared will always be written in the denominator. Is that clear? Any doubt? What about other people? सिर्फ प्रेक्षक ही आंसर करते हैं. अगर आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा तो आप बोल सकते हो. Okay, what is the answer for the next part? Answer for this part? Okay. B is what percent of A? Now, what is the comparing parameter? A is the comparing parameter. And what is getting compared? B. So value of B, it is getting compared with A. And we have to find out it in percentage. Therefore, multiply by 100. So it will be 250%. So now let's move further. Let's try to solve this on your own. What they are given is 5% of A is equal to 25. If I write this theoretical language into equation form, तो कैसे लिखेंगे इसको? 5% means divide by 100, of means multiply, and then A, we don't have the value of it, we will write A here. It is equals to 25. Now we can find out the value of 20. We can find the value of A. It will be equals to 500. Now again it becomes same. The value of A is equals to 500. Then you can easily find out in the same manner what is 80% of A or what is 200% of A. You can do it on your own. A is 500. It means 80% of A is 400. कैसे करेंगे इसको? 80% means divide by 100, of means multiply. एक की जगह 500 आ जाएगा. 5 times and 80 into 5, 400. Similarly, 200% of it. Okay, okay, Manvi, okay, okay. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. एक बार चेक कीजिए, वॉइस क्लियर है क्या सब लोगों को?
यस सर, आप ठीक है।
ठीक है। Sure. We will continue. Okay. Okay. So 200% of a मान ली क्या होगा? 200 divide by 100 of means a value of a is 500. It will become 1000. आई होप आपको यहाँ तक सब कुछ क्लियर होगा। बहुत बेसिक है, बिल्कुल जीरो लेवल वाला बेसिक चल रहा है इस समय। ठीक है, आई एम नॉट क्लियर अबाउट दैट कि कितना लेवल चल रहा है, बट सबको ये क्लियर होना चाहिए। ठीक है, चलो। different scenarios we are talking about now. Okay, we are taking different scenarios. Now, just the value of A is 500 and value of B is 700. Then find out how much percent less than A is how much percent less than B. Now see, again what they are doing is, see, to find out how much percent less or how much percent more, it means, see, how much, this word, how much, it means we are trying to compare it with something. Okay, but this time what we are comparing the difference between the two. Try to understand what is the difference. Okay, try to understand what is the difference. In this case we are trying to compare the difference between the two values. Okay, so question number 1 में क्या कह रहा है? A is how much percent less than B. So value of A is 500, value of B is 700. So A is difference between A and B is 200, and they are comparing it with the value of B. So comparing parameters always comes in the denominator part. So 200 by 700 into 100. The correct answer is 200 by 7%, or if you want to calculate further, 7 to the 14, 8, 56, 28% around. The correct approximate answer is 28%. Is that clear? Is that clear to all? I want everyone to see, because see, again, you are out of this subject from many years, right? Okay, so it's better if you have any sort of chota kitna bhi chota doubt ho, it's that's not an issue, but you should clear it there itself. Okay, sure. Now this time what they are asking in second case, B is how much percent more than A. So value of B is 700 and value of A is 500. Again, how much percent more or less? We are bothered of the difference. What is getting compared? The difference. Now this time we are comparing it with A. So value of A is 500 into 100. So it is 40%. Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay. Now we will understand how we will use the percentage part. How we will use percentage as a fraction and fraction as percentage both. Okay. For example, if I say that this is a circle, Okay, this circle is complete in itself if I don't cut it, until and unless I cut this circle. Okay, let's take an example of pizza. Okay, if pizza is just prepared and it's not cut, it is 100% in itself. Yes, it is 100% in itself. Yes or no? So I can say one pizza is equal to 100%. Okay, and if I cut this pizza from middle, now this pizza is broken down into two parts. I can say this is 50% and this is 50%. Correct? Okay, so I can say if 100% pizza was equal to one pizza, then 50% pizza is equal to half of pizza, right? Is that okay? Is that clear? Similarly, if I break this pizza into three parts, means 1 by 3, it will be equal to how much? 33.33% or 33 1 by 3%. Okay, so see how percentage can be written in fraction form. Correct. So we will see how percentage and fraction can be written interchangeably in each other's form. Okay, let's see few. See, for example, 1 is equals to 100%, half is equal to 50%, 1 by 3 is equal to 33.33%, 1 by 4 is equal to 25%, 1 by 5 equals to 20%, 1 by 6 equal to 16.66%. See how it is getting done. If I ask you to convert 1 by 6 into percentage, okay, now you are converting something into percentage, that means you have to multiply it by 100. When you are converting something, when you are converting a fraction or integer into percentage, you have to multiply it by 100. If you multiply this, you will get 16.66% in the result. Similarly, 1 by 7, it can be written as 14.28%. 1 by 8, 1 by 8 can be written down as 12.5%. 1 by 9 can be written down as 11.1111%. 1 by 10 as 10%. 1 by 9, 1 by 11 can be written as 9.09%. 1 by 12 as 8.33%. 1 by 13 as 17.69%. 1 by 14 as 7.14%. 1 by 15 as 6.66% and 1 by 16 as 6.26%. क्लियर हुआ ये पॉइंट? कैसे ये फ्रैक्शन और परसेंटेज आप कर पा रहे हो, देख पा रहे हो इसको इस तरीके से लिखा हुआ है. ये कन्वर्जन समझ में आ रहा है क्या? Conversion समझ में आ रहा है? It is very important, okay, because going further in the question part, I will teach you how to use this. Okay, so it is very important. अभी मैंने 1 by 16 तक लिखे because I want you to learn them. Learn them in the sense at least एक आपको रफ आइडिया लगना चाहिए कि अगर ये इतना परसेंटेज है तो it can be written down as fraction. Because if I say something, if I say that if value A आपको दे रखा है 1100, okay, and if I ask you that the value of A is incremented by 11.11%, or if I say that the okay, let's not take this. If I say a value of A is increased by 9.09%. So finding the value of A will be calculated, right or not? If I say the value of A is 1100 and if I ask you the value of A is increased by or incremented by 9.09%, it would be a hectic task, calculative task, right or not? Now, but if you know how to convert 9 point, what is the integer part of 9.09%? So the integer part of 9.09%, it is 1 by 11. So now, if you want to increase value of A by 1 by 11, then just multiply this by 1100. Add this, you will get 1200 as the incremented part. Easy है? Easy है to use the fraction part? Easy है how to use the fraction part instead of using the percentage part? Now this thing will get more and more clear as we approach our questions. Okay, so You don't have to copy this down, copy down this table because you will get this table. So repeat the example. देखो मनाली एग्जाम्पल एक नहीं कम से कम 50 एग्जाम्पल ऐसे होने वाले हैं, ठीक है 50 भी नहीं आपको बोल दिया एटलीस्ट 30. ओके देखो एक बार अगर मैं बोल रहा हूँ मनाली that Manali scored 1100 marks in semester 1. Her score increased by 9.09% in the second semester, in semester 2. How much did she get? ठीक है मनाली? How much did she get? ओके करेक्ट. अभी मैं वही एग्जांपल रिपीट कर रहा हूँ फ्रेंड्स मीनू और मोहित मनाली की. ठीक है मनाली. तो नाउ टू फाइंड आउट इंक्रीमेंट 1100 बाय 9.09% कैलकुलेटिव होगा. आप क्या करोगे 9.09% प्लस 9.09%, सॉरी नोट लाइक दिस. क्या करोगे आप यहाँ पर इक्वेशन लिखोगे 1100 प्लस 9.09% ऑफ 1100. यही तो आपका स्कोर आएगा सेकंड सेमेस्टर में मनाली. ओके बट फाइंडिंग ऑफ 9.09% ऑफ 1100 अगर आप तो सॉल्व करने जाओगे तो आपको कितनी बड़ी कैलकुलेशन करनी पड़ रही है. आपको दिख रहा है ये चीज दिख रही है आपको मनाली कितना कैलकुलेटिव पार्ट होने वाला है ये. So if you know the fraction part of 9.09%, so what you will do is आपको पता है कि 9.09% का मतलब होता है 1/11. इसका मतलब ये है that Manali's score is going to get increased by 1/11 of the semester 1. अगर semester 1 में आपका score 1100 है, then what is the 1/11 part of this? It is 100. It means Manali's score will increment by 100 in the next semester, so she will get 1200 in the next semester. अभी कितना इजी है मनाली, समझ आया? समझ आया क्या सब लोगों को? ठीक है. तो विदाउट वेस्टिंग एनी टाइम ये थोड़ा बेसिक पार्ट था. ठीक है. अभी किसी को अगर बेसिक में कोई डाउट है तो प्लीज बता दो बिकॉज आई विल बी गोइंग स्लोली इन द स्टार्टिंग क्लास बिकॉज आई नो दैट मैथमेटिक्स कैन बिकम डिफिकल्ट फॉर पीपल अगर उनको थोड़ा सा बैकग्राउंड में दिक्कत है, थोड़ा सा उनका बेसिक्स में दिक्कत है. ठीक है. चलो तो नाउ वी विल स्टार्ट विद क्वेश्चंस. अलग अलग टाइप के क्वेश्चन देखने वाले. ठीक है. अब इस क्वेश्चन में जस्ट प्लीज कोई ट्राई मत करना, प्लीज कोई ट्राई मत करना प्लीज. ठीक है. सिर्फ तरीका देखना कि किस तरीके से मैं परसेंटेज को फ्रैक्शन में आपको यूज करवा रहा हूँ. प्लीज डू नॉट राइट एनीथिंग, जस्ट लुक एट द बोर्ड एंड ट्राई टू रीड द क्वेश्चन. ठीक है. देखो देखो if the fees of students is decreased by 10%, it's decreased by 10%. सबसे पहले what is the first thing that you need to know? What is the fraction part of 10%? When I ask answer, what is the fraction part of 10%? It's not 10 Manali, it is 1/10. Manali, it's not 10 beta, it's 1/10. Okay. Now just try to read this line not using the percentage but using the fraction. If the fees of the student is decreased by 1/10, it has been decreased. It means it is getting compared with the previous one. It means if the previous fees of the student was 10, it is getting reduced, it is getting decreased by 10%. It means the final fees, as it is getting decreased, what I will do is I will subtract this numerator part from the denominator. Therefore final fees will become equal to 9. ये पॉइंट क्लियर हुआ या नहीं क्लियर हुआ?
Please repeat.
What we are doing is we are learning here how to use the fraction part. क्योंकि देखो क्वेश्चन तो इजी हो जाएगा अगर आप इसको 100 मान के सॉल्व करते हो, तो बिकम इजी, बट सी दैट विल नॉट हेल्प आवर केस इन द फर्दर क्वेश्चंस. So we are trying to learn it by using the simplest question. What is written here is, if the fees of the student is decreased by 10%, means it is decreased by 1 by 10. So hurriedly just try to read this fraction along with the theory. Then you will understand what this fraction actually means. It means if the fees of the student is decreased by 1 by 10, it means if the previous fee of the student was 10, it is getting decreased by 10%. In this case, what we will do is we will reduce the numerator from the denominator, and the final fees will become equal to 9. अगर in case decrease word की जगह अगर यहाँ पर increase होता, तो what we would have done is, previous fees तो 10 रहने वाली थी, but now in this case it is increasing, we would have added the numerator to the denominator part, the final fees would have become 11. Is that clear, Harini?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So for what is our case? Our case is of decreasing. Okay, so it is decreasing, right? Now we will read further. Because of which 20% of the student increases. So if I say 20%, what is the fraction part of 20%? Can anyone answer? You can find it out easily even if you don't know. 20 divided by 100, it is 1 by 5. Now we will read this fraction part using the theory, along with the theory. Because of which 1 by 5 of the student increases. It means if previously there were 5 students studying, and now as it has increased by 20%, the new students will become how much? How many students now it will become finally? Adding 1, that is adding numerator to the denominator. Now the number of students will become 6. Is that clear? Is that clear? Now, what they are asking, find out the net effect on the income of the institute. So what is the income of the institute? Income is fees of one student into number of students. 10 5s are 50. Again, number of fees of one student and number of students studying. So the fees now will become 54. So previously the earning of the institute was 50. Now it has become 54. So what they are asking, find out the net effect. So what is the meaning of net effect? They are asking what is the effect on the income of the institute. So if you see that the income of the institute has increased by 4. Previously it was 50. So when we are finding net effect, it means we are trying to compare it, and whenever we are comparing something, it is always compared with the previous value. Okay, into 100. So it is 8%. So the net effect on the income of the institute is that it has increased by 8%. Is the question clear? Single bit is clear. Each and everything is clear. Kabhi yes bola, otherwise I will explain it once again.
Sir, we will solve the question by these sort of methods, like shortcut methods we're going to be used.
No, shortcut is when there is nothing as shortcut in this. It is just a way of understanding percentage in a different way. Okay. See, you would have.
But it's not like that the usual way we do all the answers.
See, usually Manali you all know, correct? But what is the different method and what will be the easiest way? See, Manali, listen. If I say the method which you would now be using is taking that 100 as the initial value, right, Manali? Yes.
So,
what method you are using? आपको उसका शॉर्टकट से शॉर्ट मतलब उसका जो क्या बोलते हैं उसका जो I lost the connection. No problem. I will explain it once again. Manali, सिर्फ मैं आपसे ये पूछ रहा, I just wanted to know कि आप which method you are using so that I can tell you that what are the means उसके disadvantages क्या है और उसकी limitations क्या है.
But that I got कि हाँ कि हम जो करेंगे वो बहुत लेंदी हो जाएगा, ये भी तो इजी है, बाद में दिक्कत देगा. बट मैं यही पूछ रही हूँ, तो हम आगे के क्वेश्चंस में ऐसे ही करेंगे.
यस, जितने भी क्वेश्चन इस टाइप के होंगे वी विल सॉल्व देम दिस वे, ओके, एंड नॉट
Okay,
दिस
sir.
ओनली मनाली। बेसिकली ये जो फ्रैक्शन मेथड में हम कन्वर्ट कर रहे हैं, वी विल यूज इट नॉट ओनली इन परसेंटेज, प्रॉफिट लॉस एंड डिस्काउंट में भी हम ये तरीके यूज करने वाले हैं। कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट, सिंपल इंटरेस्ट, बेसिकली आपके में टॉपिक है इंटरेस्ट करके, उसमें भी हम ये चीज यूज करने वाले हैं। लेकिन अगर मैं आपको एक चीज बताता हूँ, अगर आप इसको 100 मान के करते हो, ठीक है, और 100 मान के करने के बाद अगर मैं आपसे बोलता हूँ that the percentage that the students fees is increased by 8.33%, या मैं कुछ परसेंटेज डेसिमल में यूज करता हूँ, then it will be a very big problem to solve the question, it will be very calculated। समझ आ रहा है? मैं आपको सिर्फ ये नहीं बता रहा कि ये क्यों यूज करना है, मैं ये बता रहा हूँ कि कुछ और यूज करोगे तो कैसे आप यू कैन गेट इनटू अ ट्रैप, कैलकुलेशन में फंस सकते हो। ठीक है मनाली?
Sir.
ओके, ठीक है रुखसाना, आई विल एक्सप्लेन इट वंस अगेन, एक बार आप देख लो इसको। Look, Ruxana, I will explain you the similar question, next question, which is very similar to this. Just try to understand and then you try to do this. Okay, I will explain you the second question. Okay, sure. Just try to understand it. Okay, Ruxana. If the fare of a movie ticket decreases by 16.66%, now see, Manali, यहाँ पर क्या लिखा है? If the fare of a movie ticket decreases by 16.66%, okay, अभी 16.66% आप क्या करोगे? If you consider it as 100, then reducing it by तो आपका 83.33% आ जाएगा। आगे का जो कैलकुलेशन है वो इतना हैक्टिक हो जाएगा कि आपको लगेगा कि इट्स बेटर टू स्किप द क्वेश्चन। ठीक है, अब देखो यहाँ पर 16.66% का फ्रैक्शन का मतलब क्या होता है? 1/6। अब इसका मीनिंग समझना रुखसाना ध्यान से, ठीक है। If the fare of a movie ticket decreases by 16.66%, it means if the previous fare was 6 units, the fare of the movie ticket decreases, means this time I will subtract the numerator part. So initial or final fare will become equal to 5. रुखसाना क्लियर है ये पॉइंट आपको? रुखसाना, is this point clear? Fraction part and changing it to okay. If the fare of a क्लियर नहीं है यार, कितने लोगों को ये आप लोग नो नो कर रहे हो? नो क्लियर नहीं है क्या? बिल्कुल प्रेशर अंजलि क्लियर नहीं है?
No, sir, Manali is asking the video is stuck or lecture is stuck, so we all say no, it's fine.
ओके ओके, ठीक है ठीक है, आई थॉट क्लियर नहीं है, चलो ठीक है। ओके, if the fare of the movie ticket decreases by 16.66%, in fraction it means 1/6. It means if the fare of the movie ticket previously was 6 units, now it is getting decreased. So what you will do? You will subtract the numerator from the denominator, so the final fare will become equal to 5. And because of this, there is an increase in the total number of tickets sold by 8.33%. What is the meaning of 8.33% in fraction? It is equal to 1/12. So because of this scenario, the number of tickets sold has increased by 8.33%. In fraction, it means 1/12. So if previously the number of tickets sold were 12, this time it has increased. So what you will do? You will add the numerator to the denominator. So now it has become equal to 13. Is that clear? Okay, so find out the net effect on the income of the cinema hall. So what is the net effect? What is the net income of cinema hall? Number of tickets sold to the number of tickets sold into the cost price of one ticket. That is 12 6 how much it will be? 72. And 13 5 65. So it is getting reduced. How much it is getting reduced? 7. Previously it was what? It was 72. So 700 divided by 70. So if you will solve this, you will get something around 10% approximately. ठीक है? आपको इतना डेसिमल में निकालने की जरूरत नहीं है, आपको ऑप्शन से देखकर एग्जैक्टली क्लियर हो जाएगा कि क्या ऑप्शन करेक्ट होगा. और नाउ द करेक्ट आंसर इज 10%, अप्रोक्सीमेटली 10%. अभी एक बार मुझे बता दो, ये मेथोडोलॉजी क्लियर हो रही है, इसका जो यूजेज है वो समझ में आ रहा है? Ruxana, if you can reply, because I think you are not, you are disconnected. Yes, again. Yes, Ruxana is facing some network issue, so she has got disconnected again. Okay. Sure. Try question number 3. रेक्टेंगल का तो आई थिंक सबको पता होगा. फिर आंसर ऐसे तो पता नहीं मुझे, बट एक बार देख लेते हैं. प्रिंस, उससे क्या मतलब है? यस, वेरी गुड अरेंज, करेक्ट आंसर. करेक्ट अरेंज. आप डू राइट इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज इन ब्रैकेट. ओके, ठीक है. देखो, if the length of a rectangle is increased by 20%, 20% means 1/5. So if the length 1 was 5 and it has got increased by 20%, now it will become 6, and the width is decreased by 20%. So width is decreased by 20%, again 20% means 1/5. So if previously it was 5, now it has got decreased, so now it will become 4. So the find then by how much percent area of rectangle will change. The area of rectangle is length into breadth, length into width. So previously the area was 25, now the area has become equal to 24. How much change? It has decreased by 1. Previously it was what? 25. You have to find out in percentage, therefore multiply it by 100, 4%. डिक्रीज कैसे डिसाइड हुआ? क्योंकि यहाँ पर वैल्यू कम हो रही है, तो 4% डिक्रीज. ठीक है, सभी लोगों ने आंसर दिया है, तो सब लोगों को आया क्लियरली होगा. ठीक है, फिरोज, आपको समझ में आ रहा है क्या? फिरोज, ट्राई दिस क्वेश्चन. Correct. Okay. If the radius of circle increased by 25%, means 1 by 4. So the previously it was 4, now it will become 5. Now find out the net effect on its area. Okay. So directly you cannot put this because radius ka effect, how is area related with the radius? Pi r square. So area is directly proportional to the square of the radius. So here it will be 4 into 4, 16, and here it will be 5 into 5, 25. And you know this pi, this is constant, okay, so it will not have any effect on both the sides because pi is constant, it will get cancelled. So the effect will be only because of the radius. So previously, if it is 16, now it has become 25. This is the change in the radius, and same change will be there in its area. How much is it, how much it has increased? It has increased by 9, and previous value was 16 into 100. So it will be something 57% increase. Okay, is that clear? Is that clear to all? Vipul, Priya, Preksha.
So,
Priya.
so can't we directly solve the question like pi r square करके 1 by 16 into 22 by 7?
Sorry. Can you please repeat what you just said?
So 25% that is 1 by 4
Hmm.
and pi r square that is 1 by 16 into 22 by 7. So 3.14.
ठीक है, आपकी आवाज ना बहुत धीरे आ रही है, तो मुझे थोड़ा सा क्लियर नहीं हो रहा. आप एक बार प्लीज थोड़ा लाउड बोलोगे?
So 25% is 1 by 4 and then pi r square that is 1 by 16 into 22 by 7 or 3.14. So
No,
then
just why you need to use this? Because you are comparing two things: area in case 1 and area in case 2. Here also is pi, here also it is pi. So while comparing, you know that this pi is constant. No, then what is the use of comparing this? Because 22 by 7 here it is also, and here you also have 22 by 7. Will this affect anything? If the radius increases, will the constant increase or decrease? Okay, so you just need to take radius because area of a circle is directly proportional to the r square. Okay, so whatever will be the change in the radius, its square change will be seen in the area. Is that clear, Priya? Now? Okay, try this question. What is the formula for the volume of the cuboid? Can anyone tell me? Formula for the volume of the cuboid? Yes, sir. It's LB and H. Yes, Manali, ABC. LBH. Okay. So now let's volume of cuboid is length into width into. Now, the length of cuboid is increased by 14.28%. What is the meaning? What is the conversion of percentage of 14.28% into fraction? It is 1 by what? 1 by 7. Okay, 1 by 7. So if the length of a cuboid is increased by 1 by 7, it means if L1 was 7, L2 will be 8. Now, and the width is decreased by 30%. So 30% can be written as 3 by 10. 3 by 10, it can be written as 3 by 10, 30%. So now width is decreased by 30%. It means if previously the width was 10, in this case, how much will it be? How much will it be? It will be 7. 10 minus 3 is 7. And height increased by 25%. Again, it means 1 by 4. So if previously the height was 4, now that got increased by 25%, that will become equals to 5. To find the net effect on its volume, so LBH 7, 10, 70, 40 into 7, it will be 280 unit cube, correct? And this will be 7, 8, 56, 56 into 5, 280. So there is no change, I think, right? Yes. In this case, find the net effect on its volume. आंसर क्या हो जाएगा आपका? नो चेंज. समझ आया क्या? क्लियर हुआ सबको? क्वेश्चन नंबर 5. ओके. किसी को कोई भी डाउट है तो प्लीज विदाउट एनी हेजिटेशन आप पूछ सकते हो. ठीक है? आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि कुछ चीजें टाइम ले सकती हैं, बट इट्स नॉट दैट कि आप पूछो नहीं. प्रिंस, आपको तो क्लियर हो रहा होगा. आई होप. नुपुर, नितिन, मीनू सिंह, मानवी, मनाली, दीपक तो बोल दिया, क्योंकि फुआन, अंजलि, Now, before solving question number 6, we need to understand one thing. Okay. Can I have Vipul? Vipul, unmute कर सकते हो आप?
Sir.
In case if you consume 5 kg of sugar in a month, you and your family, so that's called as consumption. Okay. If the price of per unit sugar is 8 rupees, so what will be your expenditure on sugar? Your family's expenditure on sugar.
सर कंज्यूमर प्राइस उसके बाद सर कंजम्पशन और यूनिट प्राइस का जो है उसका मल्टीप्लिकेशन एक्सपेंडिचर.
बेसिकली हाँ, अगर आप 5 kg शुगर कंज्यूम कर रहे हो, 5 kg sugar is consumed by you and your family in a month, and if the per unit price of sugar is 8 rupees, so what will be your expenditure on sugar? It's nothing but if you are consuming 5 kg of sugar into per unit price 8, your expenditure will be equal to
40.
Okay, now let's see how to solve these type of questions. Basically, here we have 3 parameters. Parameter 1 is per unit price. Second is consumption. And third is expenditure. तो आपको पता है कि इन दोनों का प्रोडक्ट क्या होता है, उसके बराबर. Now see, if the price of an article is increased by 20%, 20% का मतलब now I think it would have been very clear, 1 by 5. So what they are saying, if the price of an article is increased by 20%, it means if the previous price of the article was 5 rupees, now it has got increased. तो मतलब क्या करने वाले हैं? We are going to add the denominator part into numerator part. Now it will become 6 rupees. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Till this point, then try to understand this. Then, by how much percentage consumption should be decreased to maintain the expenditure? Just try to understand the scenario. Vipul, first you were expending 40 rupees on sugar and you were getting 5 kg of sugar because the cost price of sugar was 8 rupees per kg. Suddenly the price, unit price of sugar has increased from 8 to 9. Okay, and your family has decided not to increase the expenditure on sugar, means you are trying, your family has decided to keep the expenditure that was 40 rupees in the previous case, they are trying to keep it constant. So it's obvious that if the price of sugar is increased by from 8 to 9 and still you are keeping the expenditure constant, so you will have to reduce the consumption. Correct? Because you will have to reduce the consumption.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so similar is the case here. They are saying that if the price of an article is increased by 20%, it means 20% का meaning fraction में क्या 1 by 5. The previous price of 5 rupees now it has got increased by 1 and it has become 6. But by how much percent consumption should be decreased to maintain the expenditure? They are trying to maintain the expenditure. Let us assume that पहले आप 1 रुपए का सामान लाते थे. You used to bring product of 1 rupees and you are keeping the expenditure constant. So in this case also you will keep it to 1 rupees. So what will be the consumption? How you will find out consumption? Expenditure upon per unit price, right? Consumption ऐसे तो निकालेंगे. अगर इस consumption को expenditure upon per unit price, so it will become 1 by 5.
Yes, sir. 1 by 5.
Till this point it is clear or not
It is.
to everyone? Okay, now it has again become very simple question. They are saying now obviously after reading the question and understanding the language, you have understood that they are reducing the consumption. Now how much percent they have reduced? So what you will do? Difference between these two values upon previous value into 100. क्लियर? अभी सॉल्यूशन की कोई बात नहीं हो तो कर लेंगे, उससे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. बट अभी क्लियर हुआ ये पॉइंट? ओके, आप सॉल्व भी कर लेते हैं तो एलसीएम ऑफ 65 का क्या हो जाएगा? 30 हो जाएगा. तो एक सेकंड, कंजम्पशन रिड्यूस हो रहा है ना, कंजम्पशन रिड्यूस हो रहा है ना, तो ये वाली वैल्यू आपकी ग्रेटर होगी, ये वाली वैल्यू 1/5, क्योंकि रिड्यूस हो रही है वैल्यू. रिड्यूस मतलब आप बड़ी वैल्यू, यू विल सब्ट्रैक्ट स्मॉलर वैल्यू फ्रॉम द बिगर वन. तो एलसीएम यहाँ पर आपका क्या आ जाएगा? 30 आ जाएगा. तो 6 minus 5 upon 1/5 into 100. ओके, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा आपका? ये आपका ऊपर चला जाएगा, ये नीचे आ जाएगा. तो 5 upon 30 into 100/6 क्या होता है आपका? 16.66%. तो जो कंजम्पशन है आपको वो 16.66% से रिड्यूस करना पड़ेगा. You will have to reduce the consumption by 16.66%. Is that clear? You will have to relate it with some scenario, तो चीजें ज्यादा क्लियर हो जाएंगी. एक बार मैं, ठीक है, इस टाइप का क्वेश्चन आपके एग्जाम में आया हुआ है. ठीक है, I have included all the questions from 2015, 16, 17, 18 at the last, और आपको देखने को मिलेगा कि इस टाइप का सेम क्वेश्चन, सेम क्वेश्चन इट वाज आस्क्ड इन द प्रीवियस ईयर. ओके, एक बार मुझे बता दो सबको क्लियर है ये चीजें? बिल्कुल सेम चलने वाली है थ्रू आउट द टॉपिक, बट हाँ ऑब्वियसली बात है थोड़े सिनेरियोस चेंज होंगे, तो आपको रेडी टू रिएक्ट रहना पड़ेगा उन चीजों के अकॉर्डिंग. ठीक है, चलो लेट्स ट्राई नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 7. ट्राई दिस, एक बार आप इसे खुद से ट्राई करो. Okay, very good. Very good, Manali. फिरोज, अगर आप लोगों को कहीं पर if you are feeling that you are getting means at any point you are not able to solve the question, the point where you are getting distracted or the point where you are not able to solve the question, you can ask me, and at that particular point you are getting stuck. Okay, Firoz, we will try to see that if you are taking a start to a question, till which point you are able to reach. Okay, good. Now, if the price of an article is decreased by 20%, it means previously if the price was 5, it has got decreased, means now it has become 4 rupees. Then by how much percent consumption should be increased to maintain the expenditure? Okay, so in this case, if the price has got decreased and the expenditure is constant, obviously this value will increase. So 1 upon 4 minus 1 upon 5 upon 1 upon 5 into 100. So it will be 20. So 1 by 20 upon 1 by 5 into 100. So it will go from 1 by 20 to 25%. Okay. I hope सबको clear होगा. Almost सभी लोगों ने answers किए. Let's move on to the next question. Try this one. Okay. If the price of an article is increased by 25%, means if previously it was 4 rupees per unit, now it has become increased to 5 rupees per unit. Then a person can increase its expenditure by 15%. So the person has allowed himself to increase its expenditure by 15%. So 15% in fraction it can be written as 3 upon 20. So now he is increasing his expenditure. So in the previous case, if it was 20 rupees, now he has increased his expenditure to 20 plus 3, that is 23. Correct. Then how much percent consumption should be decreased to maintain the expenditure? So now it will be 20 by 4 upon 23 by 5. Now see. Now it is up to you to find out that which value is greater. Okay. So by just an idea you can understand that this is equal to 5 and this will be something less than 5. Correct. So which value is greater? This value is greater. So 5 minus 23 upon 5 upon again 5 into 100. Okay. Now if you solve this, you will get 25 minus 23 is 2 upon 5 upon 5 upon 1 into 100. So it will be 2 upon 25 into 100. So 8% decrease. Is that clear? Is that clear to all? No. Manali को clear नहीं होगा.
ये 5 का ये 5 minus 23/5 क्यों किया हमने?
एक चीज बताओ, अच्छा तो यहाँ पर 5 नहीं करके ये कर लेते हैं। अभी क्लियर हुआ क्या? मनाली अभी क्लियर हुआ?
ओके 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 ओके
ओके
ओके
ओके, बाकी लोगों को मीनू मनाली क्लियर? ओके, इस टाइप का एक क्वेश्चन 100 थोड़ा कम होगा, 200% आपको देखने को मिलेगा। 200%, ठीक है, इवन 100% लेस है, 200% आप जा सकते हैं। ठीक है, किसी को कोई भी डाउट हो तो पूछ सकते हो आप। ठीक है, चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखें। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे चले जाए। शैल वी मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन? Try this. Question number 9. Now in this question you will have to go a step further, because till this point of time we were given only percentage form, percentage. Now in this question you have been given some actual data. Okay, so now one more thing that you will have to understand, that how to compare actual data with the data which we have assumed. Okay, if the price of the sugar is reduced, see, we will solve the question in a very similar pattern, but one thing extra will be added, and that you will have to understand. Okay, if the price of the sugar is reduced by 20%, correct? So ये तो अब चीज आप लोगों के बाहर तक खेल हो चुका है। 20%, if the price of sugar is reduced by 20%, it means if previously the price was 5 rupees, now it has got reduced to 4 rupees. Then a consumer can buy up 5 kg more sugar for rupees 600. See, now they have already given you the expenditure, and this expenditure is what? This is the actual data. This expenditure is actual data, correct? It means they are saying that if the price of sugar is reduced by 20%, then a consumer can buy 5 kg more sugar for rupees 600. It means the budget of the person is rupees 600, and he or she is keeping this constant. But this actual per unit price, ये जो होता है, हम जो फ्रैक्शन में कन्वर्ट करते हैं, ये हम लोग अपनी तरफ से अज्यूम करते हैं, एक्चुअल होता है? ये चीज बताओ, वो आंसर का हम डिस्कशन कर लेंगे। ये is this data assumed correct? Because this is assumed, this is not actual. But in this question now you have to manage between assume and actual. Okay, so अगर मेरे पास, if I would have 600 rupees and the per unit price of sugar was 5, so how much sugar would I have bought? 600 by 5. And if the per unit price of sugar was 4 rupees and I have 600 rupees, how much sugar would I have bought? 600 by 4. And this is equals to 120 kg, and this is equals to what? 150. Right? Let's look at this point. 120 and 150. Okay. Now just see. When the price of the sugar was 5 rupees per unit and 4 rupees per unit, there is a difference of how much? There is a difference of how much kg? Yes. The person is able to buy 30 kg more sugar when it was 5 rupees per unit. Correct. But in the question they have given that he can buy 5 kg more sugar. 5 kg. So I can say that the value of 30 is equal to 5. Yes or not? If the value of 30 is equal to 5, because what per unit we have assumed, according to that he is able to buy 30 kg more sugar, but actually he is able to buy 5 kg more sugar. So can I say that this 30 kg and this 5, value of 5 is equal to each other? Yes or no? Is that clear or not? Is this 30 is equal to 5? So if value of 5 is equal to 30, then what will be the value of 1? Value of 1, it will be 6. Okay, a value of 1 unit is 6, then what is the per unit price? Multiply this by 6 and new price, multiply this by 6. Is that clear? Because this was fact, this was the data which we have assumed, and now we have got the value of 1 unit that we have assumed. So now we can find out the actual value. Is that clear or not? हरिणी, फिरोज, फिरोज समझ में आया क्या? Okay, so what the reduced and initial price of sugar कितना हो जाएगा? 30 rupees per kg and 24 rupees per kg. Okay, Mansi, not Mansi, it is Manali and Manvi clear हुआ आप लोगों को? Sorry. क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 ट्राई करेंगे. अभी you will be able to do that. Try this one for your own.
Final is 4. Price of which enables Rahul to buy 5% by pitching more. 320 upon 5.
प्रेक्षा कोई डाउट है क्या?
Sorry sir, वो गलत ही.
I thought you had some doubt, तो इसलिए मैंने कुछ बोला नहीं. And then I suddenly realized कि आप क्वेश्चन कर रहे हो. Arrange it. Okay, very good, beautiful and arrange it. Okay, Mari. Okay, picture. A reduction of 20% in the price of wheat enables Rahul to buy 5 kg more for rupees 320. Again, they have given us the actual expenditure, that is 320 rupees. And there is a reduction of 20% in the price of the sugar. So 20% is what? 1 by 5. तो अगर पहले 5 kg per unit था तो अभी कितना हो जाएगा? 4 kg per unit. Okay. So according to the actual data and the value per unit price that we have assumed, he is able to buy how much? 320 by 5. So 5, 6 times 2, 64, and this will be 80. So according to our assumed per unit kg or per unit price of the wheat, Rahul is able to purchase how much kg extra? 16 kg extra. Right? But according to the question, he is able to purchase 5 kg. Therefore, value of 16 is equals to 5. Value of 1 will be what? It will be equal to 3.2. Yes? Yes or not? Value of 1 will be equal to 3.2. Okay. So what they are asking, the original price of rice is. So 5 into 3.2. It will be 16 unit per kg. Now see, अगर आपको चेक करना है कि यू आर डूइंग इट राइट और नॉट, आप इसमें एक चीज कर सकते हो. आफ्टर गेटिंग द आंसर, इफ यू वांट टू वेरीफाई, जस्ट वेरीफाई दैट यू आर डूइंग इट करेक्ट और नॉट, तो आप क्या कर सकते हो. देखो यहाँ पर आपको आंसर मिलकर आया 16 kg पर यूनिट. ओके, तो इसकी जगह पर 16 kg रख दो. अभी 320 रुपीज पर kg के हिसाब से कितना wheat यू कैन परचेज 20 kg. करेक्ट. अभी ये प्राइस कितना रिड्यूस हो गया, 20% से कम हो गया. तो मतलब अभी कितना हो जाएगा, ये 12.8 हो जाएगा. तो 320 को अगर आप 12.8 से डिवाइड करोगे तो ये आपका आएगा 25 kg. तो क्वेश्चन में क्या दिया था, यू विल बी एबल टू बाय 5 kg मोर शुगर. वेरीफाई करने का तरीका बता रहा हूँ, ये सब करने की जरूरत नहीं है. अभी आपका मेथड करेक्ट है, आपको समझ में आ जाएगा और आपका आंसर भी सही हो जाएगा. बस मैंने आपको ये बताया कि इफ यू वांट टू वेरीफाई इट, तो आप इसको वेरीफाई भी कर सकते हो बाय पुटिंग द आंसर एंड देन योर दिस स्टेटमेंट विल बी प्रूव दैट ही इज एबल टू बाय 5 kg मोर शुगर. समझ में आया मैंने क्या किया अभी आप लोगों को? Question number 11. See the type of question which we have just done, I am not 200% sure, but हाँ 100% ये किसी ना किसी सेट में आपको क्वेश्चन देखने को मिलेगा इस टाइप का परसेंटेज में. ओके, the income of A is 30% more than the income of B. Now just listen, how we will use fraction to compare in this case. Income of A is 30% more than income of B. So 30% का मतलब क्या होता है? Fraction we can write it down as 3/10. And what is the statement stating? Income of A is 30% more, means income of A is more than B. So if income of A is 10, sorry, income of A is 30% more than B. Okay. So if income of B is 10 and income of A is 30% more than 10, it will become 10 plus 3, 13. Okay. So how much percent B's income less than A's income? So what we have to find out that B's income is how much percent less than A's income. So the difference of A's income and B's income is what? 3. Correct. How much percent of B's income is less than A's income? So B's income is 3 units less than A income. So we are comparing it with A's income. So 3 upon 13 into 100. So what you will do is 300 by 30. समझ आया क्या? अभी आप इसको सॉल्व करोगे तो 13 to 26 40, तो approximately 23% आएगा. So the income of B is 23% less than A's income. क्लियर हुआ सब लोगों को? फ्रैक्शन का यूज यहाँ पर भी हम लोग करेंगे. We'll continue to use the fraction method here also. ओके, तो आई होप ये आज हमारे पहली क्लास ही होगा, फर्स्ट क्लास ऑफ परसेंटेज. तो जितना भी यूसेज था फ्रैक्शन का और परसेंटेज का, आई होप आप सबको क्लियर हुआ होगा. यस बिल्कुल, इसलिए मैंने बताया आपको. Okay. Okay, so we will continue in our next class with more good questions, or even there are more varieties of questions, like we will use solving questions of vote अपना सुन देखे हुए क्वेश्चंस, वोटिंग के क्वेश्चंस जो होते हैं, एंड एग्जाम में पासिंग एंड फेल्स के वाले होते हैं, और आपके प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन भी बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन डिस्कस करने वाले हैं अभी हम लोग, जो स्टार्टिंग है। ठीक है, चलिए आप सोचिए
सर, आप जो आप क्लास में क्वेश्चन करवाते हो उनसे अलग क्वेश्चन भी भेज दिया करो सर, कुछ बताओ।
बिल्कुल, देखो एक्चुअली में पॉइंट ये है कि मैं जो भी क्वेश्चन आपकी क्लास की वीडियो में ऐड करता हूँ, वो सारा कुछ एनालिसिस करने के बाद करता हूँ, जो आपका प्रीवियस ईयर का रहता है। पॉइंट ये है कि अगर
वो चीज सही है, वो चीज ठीक है, लेकिन एक प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए ना, क्योंकि अब ये क्वेश्चन तो कर लिए, अब एक
वर्कशीट मिलेगी आपको, वर्कशीट मिलेगी अराउंड 25-30 क्वेश्चन की वर्कशीट भी मिलेगी, और इसके अंदर अभी सिर्फ 11 में 51 क्वेश्चंस है, तो अराउंड 20-30 क्वेश्चन वर्कशीट मिलेगी। तो अगर हाँ ऑब्वियस सी बात है, अगर वो आपको करने की खुद से इच्छा है तो यार देयर मल्टीपल सोर्सेज, लेकिन हाँ ऑब्वियसली है कि आपके पास पढ़ने को बहुत कुछ है, तो यू नीड टू बी
यस सर, वो थोड़ा सा इजी करने के लिए ना, कि आप ही अगर दे दो तो हम वही चीज फॉलो कर लेंगे ना।
नहीं, मैंने आपको जैसे रीजनिंग में सारे टॉपिक्स में वर्कशीट दी है, मैं इसमें भी आपको सारे टॉपिक्स में वर्कशीट दूंगा।
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू एंड जय हिंद सर।
वेलकम, बाय बाय, टेक केयर, मिलते हैं।